Okay, friends, subscribers, and all you YouTubers out there, what I'm currently showing you here, anybody wants the coordinates of the area where this picture was taken. It has the image number, Apollo 17, revolution. It was on the 29th revolution this image was taken from mapping metric, camera type, vertical. Yeah. Tells it the start time. The image was taken back in 1972 on the 13th of the 12th, 1972, from 118 kilometres. Okay, so you remember this is taken at 118 kilometres away. It's the current image that I'm downloading for it is this one here. Which is 500 megabyte, and they're only at a 72 resolution, all these ones. The original raw images aren't that actual crash hot, but this is what I'm actually getting here on this image here. You can see these are the things that I've got to, when I do it, I sort of go into Photoshop and select the image, sort of like that. This is actually the image, folks. This is actually the image that I download for the thing. Is not the one that I'm currently just showing you, but it doesn't matter where I go on these images, I find stuff. And see this little spot here? That's currently how much I'm zoomed in. I'm zoomed into the maximum. There's tons of these objects all over the moon. This is what I mean. On that last video, I could not show you anything. Like an example, that's one of those holes that I've zoomed into using Photoshop. And you're seeing it direct as I'm seeing the image. I'm currently decided to actually just show you the process I go through before I download the images to myself. But these are genuine NASA images. And I mean, they are genuine NASA images, folks. This is the Apollo 17 mission, showing you the thing. Comes from the Mare, Chrism, Picard, Y, whatever. And this is the area of the moon that these things see. There's something there, and once I download the image, I put it into Photoshop, and I'll give you an example. I'm currently get rid of that. We don't want that. I'm currently resing up an image because zoomed in on it, that's all you can get. So as you can see there, I'm resing up the image. Something shocking, getting them up there. And I start from this. This is pretty much what I've got to work from. See, there's even something just there. And with this viewer, that's as much as I can. Oh, okay, we've got something really nice. I'm downloading this one full sure. We'll get this up. Save that one. Okay, so we're definitely saving that one just for that. So you'll be seeing that in full size pretty soon, maybe in a few days. It could take up to a day to process the current image I'm resing up at the moment. That one that I just showed you is resed, the latest gigabyte file that I worked out. It's thing like my computer CPU is just maxed out, and I mean it's maxed out. Sometimes I might have to zoom out to get a better view. See, that's the whole image that I'm looking at. So let's go up the top. Let's play with this thing. Go up the top here. See what we got up here. So zoom right in, just for something. And it's just slow. Oh shit, we got something there too. Something there. That's how quickly I'm finding stuff, folks. I'm making this particular video for you so that you can see directly at what's actually going on. I'm going to convert this one to an MPEG file, as they just take too long to download these ones. Upload this one to YouTube. Do it there. See, we've got something in there. What it is, and that's all I originally see. The stuff that you're seeing in the last video is where I've blown it up from Photoshop, seen something, and then like I see something. As I said, I see something like that. That's 72 res. but there's enough information there for the computer to blow it up. And the image size, this has been going now for well over, oh shit, 4 hours now. Yeah, so, and that's all I get. And as you can see by this little thing here, I'm just randomly going through this image. And I'll go through it in greater detail in Photoshop and find all these things. I've got a process of going through Photoshop where I use the sidebars and the bottom bars to take me through the whole image, sort of doing it like a straight up and down. Something there. It looks like it could be a structure on the moon. So I can find everything. Yeah, okay, there we go. Have something here, definite something there. I'm trying to find these worms. Now, by the way, these worm things, there's a worm thing there. Some of these worms, even on this, are quite large. I'm trying to currently find one to show you. And these things have to be miles in size. Something there, something there, something there. So what you're currently seeing is me going through an image and just seeing what's available. Just going to scan the top of the image. Okay, there we go. We have something up here. That's going to be very interesting. That in Google Earth, you most probably could put a tape on that. That'd be kilometres in size. And I'm saying kilometres in length. So whatever there is on the moon, these are giant structures or giant beings. But I'm renaming the worms from alien dragons to wyverns, or the rainbow serpent for my Aboriginal heritage. But yeah, it's sort of the Aboriginal people have always said that the rainbow serpent came down, made the rivers, all that sort of thing. But maybe the rainbow serpent just travelled on the surface of Earth. And there's something there. That's very interesting, whatever that is. Sort of, see, something there. And this is all I get is, like, at the moment, all I can see are little black spots, but it was enough for me to say, okay, this image needs to be really worked on, looked at. That first image I showed you is enough to me. That one little thing was enough to download 500 megabyte. And that's what they start out. They're 500 megabyte size files. This is actually, I'm on the website, as you most probably gathered. There we go. We have something there. And I've got to sit there half the time and wait for the image to download. But you're looking at a how-to video on how I find all this crap. But it's not crap. This is genuine evidence that life exists on the moon. Whether or not these worms are the only thing that are on the thing. See, I can go to the gallery, and here we go. We go through the gallery, and so I can click on. Yeah, let's click on, say, that one. Open that one up. It takes a couple of minutes. Image viewer. You tend not to find much up in the cratered areas, so I tend to move down to these areas. Yeah, see? Instantly. Instantly I found something. Just even if it's just a hole, it's enough for me to say, okay, this image is worthwhile. That looks like there's been something mined out of it. It looks like tracks, as if something has mined the area. So yeah, this is basically pretty much it. I spend my time doing this sort of shit to bring you the news. So then you can see this is in the bench. What's you wear? Okay, didn't we just see something similar to that in one of the other images? These could be vehicles or structures or mining things. This is a totally different area. And we've just seen a similar craft on the moon. There we go. Something there. That's worth looking at straight up. Zoom down the bottom. You've got to remember that is how much of the area I'm looking at the moment. Tend to get better insight to what's actually there. See, even there's stuff there. And it's just a matter of slowly going through and painstaking. Some of you might get bored, but this is why I talk about crap when I go on. There we got something there. See, the government has hid this stuff from you for many, many years, folks. What you're seeing here now is direct from NASA itself. An Apollo image AS17-M-1622 is the NASA image for anybody wanting to have a look. I just happen to have the high-res copy of it. It gives you the coordinates of the area of the moon. There we go. We got something there. Yep, I've almost made the decision that this one's going to be downloaded. Just too much stuff in this one already. Yeah, there we go. Yep, it's getting downloaded. My computer is basically currently being cooled by a 40. I've got the side of me, both sides of the computer off, and I've got a 40 centimetre fan sitting on it. I think I just downloaded a small one. Nothing takes that long. I know. But it'll still be. See, that little item there is enough to tell me download the image, as I said before. Check this out. We've got more here. Now, you tell me, folks. We have so I'm doing this because a couple of people just said I fake these things. So that's why I basically went to the website and basically decided to do this so that I can show you that I'm not faking these videos. I am actually, all I'm doing is increasing the resolution. There we go. We've got a wyvern right there coming out of the hole. I believe these wyverns could be kilometres in length. Similar to the sea worms that come out and sit out of the hole, the difference is these wyverns have the ability to fly because they're in the atmosphere as well. But they're definitely coming in and out of these holes that I'm finding on the moon. So I'm gonna willy-nilly do this one. I'm not gonna stay in the same. There's something odd there. So yeah, to those of you that want to see it, I am going to release the website address to you if you want to actually do it. It's going to be in this video, by the way, and you too can go and get your own images from the net. Let's just say you're going to need a very large computer to process the images. You are going to need Photoshop. You are going to need other types of software. Anything that can increase the resolution of the images. There we go. We've got something there. Again, something similar to what we've seen in the other image. So yeah, there it's got central coordinates. No, it doesn't have the center coordinates. Oh yeah, there it does. The center of the image, that's the coordinates for the center of the image. If you want to track it on Google Earth, you won't see anything but blurred out crap. Can you imagine what Google Earth would look like if all these images, right? The internet would be going crazy, and that's why I am going to release the website address with this. I'm going to give you the gallery address just for the metric one. You'll be able to find everything else from there. Because you basically need to turn around and see all these images. And as you can see I could zoom out and do it like this. It takes a little bit longer. But see, then you can't really see nothing. So this is why you got to zoom in. Pretty much that's about if you want to find stuff, and it takes me in Photoshop to go through the whole image, using just the sidebars, the maneuver, the thing, and find the objects. In one image of Apollo 15, I found over 300 different of these beings, and it's just a matter of just doing this, going through and looking. You've got to find, and yeah, it looks like it's boring, but I can tell you now, if you put the time and effort into it, folks, okay, I'm hoping to find something really good while I'm doing this, so that, you see, even that needs to be questioned. What is it? Because occasionally you find something really good like I did in that last one. So I think I've just found something good just there. Something good just there. Something good just there. Something good just there. That's why. Oh, there we go. We got a wyvern. See, now if you're on the bottom of the sea, swimming on the bottom of the ocean down at the sand, and you saw one of these worms coming up out of the sand, you wouldn't think twice about it. Why can't there be a giant version of these same things on the moon? Why? Here we go here. We got evidence there. We got a giant wyvern. Unfortunately, that's the largest I can get in on it, folks. I will eventually get to this image. I got about 60 or so images of the moon. Check that wyvern out. Okay, that wyvern, I reckon, is 40, 50 kilometres in length. Check this out, okay? This is unusual. NASA has covered up something in this image under this wyvern. Okay. There we go. I said I'd find you something good, folks. They've let that part of the wyvern come out, but what have they hidden behind that? I'm really going to work on this image. Oh, man. 1622. Okay, folks, go when you get to this website, go and download this thing. Try and find out what they're covering up. See, the stuff here, stuff there. It's everywhere, folks. It doesn't matter where you bloody go in these things. Oh, man, there's stuff in this image, folks. Anybody, after viewing these images or viewing my videos, if you turn around and say there's no such thing as alien life, well, you're mistakenly wrong, because you have just seen the physical evidence live from a NASA image. And this is a 72 res image, 500 megabytes. Oh, actually, no. Sorry, I think the one we're viewing here is this one, because you try and go there and you get nothing. But I think we're viewing this one, and then you download that one, which is a much higher. That's the larger size image. But that gizmo will still be covered up in the thing. I found that a couple of times, actually, where NASA has actually released the image, but they're still covering up something. So, yeah. So it's time to question the government. It's time for disclosure, folks, because you're seeing physical evidence just here alone in this one video, direct from a very low resolution image to the high resolution stuff where I've taken the time to blow it up. There's something there. And, yeah. So, we got another wyvern. Oh, and I think we've seen that one. Yeah, so it's absolutely everywhere. And all I'm doing is yeah. You can see that little square. I'm going anywhere and I'm finding stuff. And that's how easy it is. But to view it, yeah, okay, we've got something else here. Oh, NASA's done it again. Covered up something else. So far, I haven't been able to unlock these things, because whatever they do to this, when they do that, you can't view it. It just totally ruins it. But there's definitely something under there that NASA does not want you to see. They're letting out the wildlife, but they're covering up certain stuff. So yeah, the wildlife's they're letting you show the wildlife, but these are so far known to man at the highest resolutions released to the public. And Yeah, I always knew it would happen. See, just that little thing. I zoom in on a lot of those, and they're just those little black holes with nothing coming out of them. But occasionally you see wyvern head coming out of it, or you might see other little gizmos. Yeah, let's swap over. We're going to go back to this gallery. All right, we're going to jump in. Going to go to Apollo 15. Take a couple of minutes. You can view it 30 minutes and takes a couple of minutes to get jumped to these images, folks. And now let's go through. Yep, still on the 30. We go to all images. There's over. It just shows you. This is how many images there are, folks. There are that many images available to the general public. And see, some of the stuff they use this. They're covering up something here. See that a lot. I think this is the one where you see the lightning on the moon. It's always been said that people have seen lightning on the moon. You'll see that going through this. You'll see the lightning on the moon. I'm going to slowly go through a gallery and just sort of show you the images that are available. And yeah, this is when they're going through the dark side. There's a lot of stuff on the dark side. There's a hell of a lot of images out there, folks. But it's all of one little section underneath that long stretch of the Google Moon, where they've released that long section of Google Moon, and some of these are in there. I'm trying to find the certain image that I'm looking for, and the thing is, you've got to go through. You patiently go through it, folks. Very slowly, and it does take time. I don't deny that. Some of it, by the way, you sometimes get, as I said, covered over images, and the ones that aren't popping up now, that's just my computer taking time. Because you've got to remember, in the background, I'm processing footage on Photoshop, rezzing it up, and I'm also running Cam Studio to do this video. My computer is so hot, it's heating my lounge room. It's bloody freezing out there. You need a cardigan outside. But I'm sitting in my lounge room without a shirt on, sweating my head off because it's just so damned hot. The image that I showed you in the earlier one is one from one of these ones, one of the upside down versions of those. Yeah, and it's just absolutely amazing just how many images there are, folks. You're seeing the images. This is where I'm getting them from. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there, a lot of images out there, and they take a little shot, a little shot, a little shot, a little shot, and it slowly moves across the screen. And they release all the images, and these are all the things, and you can access them and everything. It's a matter of going in and doing stuff. I'm doing stuff up the background as well, folks. You can't actually physically see. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. Computer's starting to shit itself. I'm just running too much data through it. But you can't beat gigabyte motherboards. Yeah, that's well known to a lot of astronomers, that little section. And they all range around these regions, and yeah, I think the one I've got is 5.4 is the one I'm doing. The one I showed you all that stuff from is from that image. In the last video, that's where it came from. That image. That image there. Yeah, 2554 is the image that I've got. So let's just say, okay, I know for a fact there's a lot of stuff. So let's actually just go to this one. So I'll open that one up. Zoom in. Okay, this is the anomaly that they say is the thing, but this is the creature from the STS mission. Okay, it's another close-up of that image. Yeah, see, like a wyvern, straight there. This is similar to the image that I've got, that I've processed. See, there's more of these holes or whatever they are. But, see, in this one, you zoom in on this stuff, and here's that, there's that scene that I showed you in the other shot with the bloke standing up. And there's another bit. These things were big enough to zoom in on and know that there's that one that I thought that even just looking at this, I could tell there was something here like what I thought were the 3 grave sites. But you can see, okay, in my last video, I showed you that. But what I didn't show you was all this sort of stuff here. It's surrounded by stuff. And so now you can just see it's not just that one little image there. This thing is actually surrounded by a lot of other anomalies. And they're not little anomalies. Some of them are quite large. But this is what I mean. There's hundreds of these anomalies very close to this thing. Have they turned around and started farming alien life? Because when you look at that, you zoom in on that, looks like a bloody farm to me. And I didn't mention that in the last video, but it's sort of wyverns. They're bloody everywhere in this image. There's thousands of these damn things. Like, okay, they're little black spots. That's all they start out to, is little black spots. But it's when I go down here, there's going to be a plethora down this area. Everywhere I go. Oh, I didn't see that one before. That's something I must have missed. I would have put that in the first video if I'd seen that. But see what I mean about these holes in the earth? Sorry, in the moon. Bloody everywhere. A wyvern coming out of one of the holes. Kilometres in length. Kilometres, folks. A wyvern, kilometres in length. Wyvern hole. Wyvern holes. Wyvern holes. Oh, here's that scene that I showed you in the other one. It was picked up in this image as well, in 253. The same ones were picked up in this image. That's those creatures, and they all look like they're playing. So I'm not making this up, folks. These are genuine things. See, there's something there that needs to be investigated. There's that flying creature I showed you, again picked up in the next image. They must have been snapping these images left, right, and centre. Giant wyvern. I missed that one in this one. Wyverns, and I'm calling them wyverns because gigantic means gigantic lizard or snake or whatever you want to call it. Rainbow serpent. Check them out, folks. There is a plethora of life. A plethora. It's everywhere. Direct, a wyvern coming out of a hole, kilometres in length, giant rainbow serpents, and in colour they are rainbow. I have seen an image of this. It's released to the public. Okay, now that needs to be investigated. That's not in my other image, so we're going to save that target. And it doesn't matter where. In this image, it's just everywhere. When I say it, it's a plethora of life. This is going to say, now NASA, after viewing this image, if you turn around and say, as I said before, if you turn around and try and say there is no life out there, you're a fucking idiot. An absolute idiot, because you're looking at physical evidence of a NASA image. Currently, the latest releases from NASA. Going back, fair enough, this image was taken. When was this image taken? Image name. This was taken the 4th of the, or the 8th, oh no, sorry, the way that they write it backwards, don't they? So it's the 4th of the 8th, 1971. The time was 2:30 in the afternoon. Sorry, 2:20, 2:21.08. I need my glasses, folks. Sorry, I don't have them on. Don't need my glasses when I'm looking at images just to read. This was taken in Moscow, Berlin, Moscow. It's Russian. The Russians tend to name a lot of things on the moon. And there we go, giant holes. So it doesn't matter where you go, folks. And I'm just rambling. I can't zoom in. It won't let me zoom in anymore. Another wyvern. They're freaking everywhere. Oh no, we've seen those ones. Oh, okay, we didn't see that one because we're going in the opposite direction. There is absolute life everywhere on the moon, folks, no matter what anybody says. And I believe it's intelligent because I think this is why we never ever return to the moon. The moon to man is very dangerous, I'd say. Very dangerous. The little visitors the Apollo mission had, they talked about, this is why. This is why we've never been back to the moon. Look at it, folks. Physical evidence of life on the moon. You're looking at it here directly. Fair enough. I was going to try and live stream, but I'm just going to put up the video as it is. And direct image, the link to the gallery, so you can go and view these for yourselves. This poor website's going to be overloaded. That's why I didn't want to release the name of this website yet, because I knew that if I did, it would take so long to download an image. These need to be, whatever they are, need to be investigated. And as you can see, nearly every stroke of my hand leads to life, or leads to something on the screen. Every single stroke of my hand leads to things that need to be investigated in this section of the moon. It's amazing, folks. People can see why I'm getting excited, because look at the evidence. It leads to something. Doesn't matter where I'm going. As you can see by that little cursor square, I'm going everywhere, everywhere. Okay, now we're back to there. So we zoomed over that way. Let's go this way. See what's over this way. Oh, hang on. Oh, it was only a black hole. These little holes are everywhere on the moon. I believe there are wyverns in every single one of those black holes. Similar to the sea bottom worms. They come out, most probably feed, but as I said, these ones have the ability to fly because they've been seen in space. And then the mainstream media say, oh no, it's just a UFO, it's been captured on a still frame camera, because they don't want to admit that it's a life form. Because if the mainstream media doesn't know about this, they're surely covering it up. See, doesn't matter where I go, things, and you got to remember, I'm in the maximum res that I can do here, and I'm finding big stuff and little stuff. See that? Something tells me something's been there, dragged out something of it. Check this out. Look at all these, folks. If I zoomed in on those, wyvern coming out of a hole. Wyverns. Other life forms. Another wyvern coming out of a hole. Wyverns coming out of holes. Folks, you're seeing this not live, but you're seeing this as I'm doing it. Wyverns bloody everywhere, folks. Giant. And these things are kilometres. Some of these could be massive. These are giant creatures, folks. If we saw one of these in the atmosphere, we'd shit ourselves. Yeah, I've got to admit, if these come to Earth, I think these could be responsible for a few of the sightings of those long snake-like creatures. I'd shit myself if I saw one in the atmosphere. But there has been a lady that captured a picture of a wyvern in the sky. They are green, red, and white, or yellow, I can't think. And the media said, oh, she just captured a fast-moving object, and that's just how it appeared on the screen. What she captured was a wyvern. And there we are, back to those. But look at the abundance of life. You've already seen that image in my other thing, and it looks like animals playing. So yeah, folks, there we go. Got another wyvern. Absolutely everywhere. Let's have a look in the dark. Because even in the dark you see things around the moon. Oops. Okay. A wyvern, this is what I mean. These wyverns have the ability to fly. See, the image is definitely over there. And I'm just zooming in. Now, a mist or an atmosphere on the moon, around the moon. Lightning on the moon. So that's a cloud, a mysterious moving cloud-like structure with lightning coming from it. These have been witnessed and reported throughout history, folks. There is a NASA document that talks about those. Sorry, I noticed that just down the bottom of the corner of my eye when I was looking at the wyvern. No, oh no. No, yeah, that's a different one. That's a different wyvern. See, they're not just in little places, they're everywhere. They have the ability to fly in the atmosphere. These wyverns are everywhere. That looks like it could be a spacecraft. Oh, okay. We got something down there. That definitely looks like a craft of some description. Captured by Apollo 15. Looks like it could be connected to the craft. It looks like it could be a big craft. So yeah, folks, there's definitely spacecraft in the orbit of the moon. And we're still on that same image. We're just looking at the dark side of the moon. Yeah, look, wyverns. With the ability to fly. Wyvern. I'm going to call them wyverns now. Wyverns. Flying in the moon's atmosphere. Or above the moon's atmosphere, because these things have been sighted in space. They've been sighted in Earth's atmosphere. This is an Apollo 15. And I'm just going to shrink that down, okay? See? View Apollo image. It's a real image, folks. Yeah, see that other? Oh, it's almost done. There we go. Oh, yeah, now to those of you that go out and get their cameras and they film the screen, don't go and film the screen. Go and get this. Download this. This is bloody free. It's one of my best things. It captures the screen directly. You'd be mad if you didn't use Cam Studio. So yeah, there we go. And we're going to zoom that back up in a sec. So there you go, folks. We have an Apollo image, and we're just, yeah, willy-nilly going around the moon's surface. Look how big these holes are. Wyvern coming out of there. Wyverns. Well, wyvern. The word wyvern is giant worm, by the way. Or no, big lizard, dangerous lizard or something. Well, at this size, I reckon they are dangerous. This is why we never went back to the moon, folks. This is why we went to the moon, to find out what these things were. Because I reckon they saw these in the early Apollo missions. There's something there. Could be a dead one. But they're not short. They're definitely long. Everywhere I go, oh, okay, I missed that one in the first shot. Yeah. Everywhere I go, folks. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shut off and go back. But just before I do go, to the beginners out there, or to the people that for much time, you need to get that program. It's called Cam Studio. It's a free download. Just type in Cam Studio Recorder. It'll take you to the website and everything like that. you need to download that program. That Cam Studio is one of the best programs you can get on the net. It films your screen and it makes it easier to put stuff on there. Fair enough, it's not the highest of resolution of the Cam Studios out there, but it's the best of the free ones. And I am currently looking for a good one that is worth paying for, that puts out a very high definition one. I still haven't found one yet. If anybody knows of one, please tell me. But yeah, currently looking at life on the moon, folks. Definite life on the moon. I've proved it's from Apollo and everything like that. So yeah, get out there, get the truth. As far as I'm concerned, the veil is definitely being lifted. No one can ever say there's no life on the moon, folks, because here it is there. You're looking at it absolutely everywhere I go on the moon. And there's that image that you see in the last one. It's not fake. It's really there. This is what I was saying. Basically, life is on the moon. Open your eyes. Stop listening to the crap the government is telling you. And hound the governments. Show them this video. Say, I have seen the proof with my own eyes. Time for disclosure is now. Stop the bullshit. Disclose the truth. You know the truth. We want to know the truth because we are currently looking at the truth. There is life on the moon. That's all I can say for now, folks. Get up, your governments. Get into it. Stick it to them. Okay. No, it's still processing. Yeah, stick it to them, folks, because in my last video, I show you that in great detail. It took me, I had to blow the image up. I cut a section. The section I cut out is about that much. And I blew it up to 319 gigabyte. I don't know how. This next one's going to be well over 500 gigabyte. And all I can show you is basically I've got to film it like this. This is how I film them before I close them down because I just can't do any more. So anyhow, folks, there you go. You've seen the truth. Open your eyes. Contact your government and tell them it's time for this to end. That's the end of the video, and I'll see you on the next one.